Welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight we're having a date night, so of course I made a classic combination, steak with a pan sauce and a wedge salad. This reminds me a lot of something that Don Draper would order in Mad Men. It's a little bit retro, and it also reminds me of a classic Chicago steakhouse. But it is something that is super easy to make at home, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll begin by seasoning our steak. Grab a small tray, some salt and pepper, and whatever cut of steak you've decided to use. To the tray, add about a tablespoon each of salt and pepper. This might seem like a lot of salt, but salt is really important for seasoning your meat. Grab your steak and liberally coat all surfaces with the salt and pepper. Really rub it in. Set this aside to come to room temperature. We'll make the dressing in the meantime. Grab a small bowl and your blue cheese. Crumble 6 ounces of blue cheese and add this to the bowl. Chop it up really fine. And then add 2 tablespoons of mayo, a third a cup of buttermilk, and 1 teaspoon each of sherry vinegar and lemon juice, 2 teaspoons each of hot sauce and olive oil, and several dashes of Worcestershire sauce to taste. Cover and refrigerate this until ready to use. Now we'll prep the salad ingredients. Grab your iceberg lettuce, remove the outer leaf, and then slice into thirds. Most recipes tell you to slice it into quarters, but I like thirds because it holds the toppings better. And then grab your cherry tomatoes and just slice all of these in half. Super simple. Remove the skin from a red onion, cut it in half, and thinly slice a few pieces. You don't need the whole thing, just a few slices. Grab 2 slices of bacon and give them a rough chop. Set all of these ingredients aside for later. Let's cook the steak. Grab your cast iron skillet. I like to preheat mine. Add a tablespoon or so of olive oil, followed by your seasoned steak, and set a timer for 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, flip and cook on the other side for 7 minutes more, or until the steak reaches an internal temperature of 135 degrees. Once you've reached 135 degrees, cover with tin foil and set aside while we make the pan sauce. Blot the pan with a paper towel to remove some of the burnt bits, and then add a tablespoon of butter, minced shallots, a clove of smashed garlic, and several sprigs of thyme. Stir with a heat-proof spatula until the shallots have softened or become golden brown. Deglaze the pan with a third a cup of white wine. I like to use a dry white like a Sauvignon Blanc, and use a metal whisk to remove all of the brown bits from the bottom. Let simmer for several minutes, and then add 2 more tablespoons of butter and whisk to combine. Remove the thyme and the smashed garlic clove and set aside while we prepare the salad. Grab a wedge of iceberg and drizzle generously with the blue cheese dressing. Top with sliced red onion, our cherry tomatoes, crumbled bacon, and freshly snipped chives. To plate the steak, cut it into half-inch slices against the grain. Finish with a drizzle of the pan sauce. I am so excited to dig into this steak. To me, this is the perfectly cooked steak. It's medium rare, so it's a little bit pink still, but we have a really nice crust on the edge from the cast iron skillet. It gets super hot, so it's the best way, in my opinion, to cook a steak. And of course, steak goes really great with red wine. You don't have to be specific. Honestly, the people at Trader Joe's are really great at making recommendations, so if you tell them that you're having steak, they're gonna pick out something really good for you. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and have a try, a taste. We'll get a little bit of this. Dip it in some pan sauce. Oh, this looks so good. Steak is kind of an out-of-body experience. There's just nothing like it, and the way that this is cooked, it's so tender, and putting that salt and pepper, which I know seemed like a lot, and then letting it rest really makes it nice and juicy. It's such a great way to cook a steak, and it is very delicious, and that pan sauce really just puts it over the edge. And so of course, I need to try the wedge salad. This is gonna be kind of messy. It's a little bit of a task, slicing into this. You cannot go wrong with blue cheese dressing. It is really, really delicious. And the combination of the freshness and the crunchiness of the salad with like the really earthy umami savoriness of the steak, it's so harmonious, it's so delicious. I have the recipe linked below, so if you wanna try it out, everything is there for you. Otherwise, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.